What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. We're gonna go ahead and try something a little bit new today. I've actually done this. I've actually done this before, where I made a video. I made a stream live on Twitch and then turned it into a video. So not really new. I want to make sure the sound is good. Sound, mic check, mic check. All right, sound is good. We'll go ahead and lower that. All right, so I got my stream right here so I can watch you guys literally on my phone. I don't got like a dual monitor set up. But you know what? This year has been all about being able to do things with what I need minimalistically, I guess. And even right now, as I'm sitting here on my dining room table with my laptop up, I got my camera attached to my laptop. I'm using the mic. I had to choose which headset I was gonna keep, by the way, too. So I decided that for my bag, which I carry on myself, I'll probably make a video about that too, showing like everything that I keep in my bag. I decided to keep the Audio Technicas, the really nice one. These are the MX50 or something like that. They're really nice. And then I just used the uh, this mic that you can attach to the side of any single headset actually, and I'm gonna see how this sounds. I'm gonna see how this comes out. But anyways, the video today, I want to talk about. I know it's going to be controversial. Buying games versus renting games. I tried to make a live stream like this a few days ago, but I'll be honest with you, I was like half falling asleep as I was doing it. I was laying in bed and I had the VR glasses on and everything, and I'm like just talking, but I'm like half falling asleep. It was crazy. Anyways, if you hear the background noise, the family's watching TV. It is what it is. Hey, Juju, can you lower that just a little bit? A little bit loud. Anyways, buying games versus renting games. Okay, so it sounds like it's a clear cut decision whether or not you should buy games versus renting them, right? But all I want to do is just take a look at something. I'm not trying to convince you that you should rent games versus buying them. I actually like buying games as well, but I just want to have a conversation. This doesn't have to get any crazy deep. This doesn't have to be a right or wrong situation. This is all just a preference situation. I'm going to show you different things, different scenarios. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Xbox Game Pass, right? You already know I was going to open that up. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and open up Steam. Now, contrary to popular belief, Game Pass is not the only subscription service that you can subscribe to on PC. You can also subscribe to Ubisoft Plus, EA as well. So there's a few things that you can subscribe to. And even on console, if you play on PlayStation 5 or you play on Xbox, the question is, could you be okay with not buying games and only renting them? Meaning the subscription service from PlayStation or the subscription service from Xbox, would you be okay with just that? Now let me show you what prompted this, okay? And I'm being full transparent. The game that prompted this for me is this game right here, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, okay? Now, why did this prompt this for me? One simple reason. Let me go here, come on with my collections. I'll go to Never Ending. I don't want to do it by Steam. We'll go alphabetical. And in here, it's all under Call of Duty. I also have Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Now, I bought Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on Steam when it was on sale. I didn't pay it full price. I bought it for, I think it was like $50 or something when I bought it, or maybe it was $40. I don't remember, but I bought it on sale. 45, doesn't matter. I bought it on sale, okay? When I bought Call of Duty on Steam, it was during a time where I even to this day, I typically want all my games on Steam. It just makes it easier interface. And if you're a PC gamer, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to game wherever you want. Like no one can say anything to you. If I want to stick to one platform on PC, it's my prerogative. If I want to stick to multiple platform, it's my prerogative too. I could do whatever I want because it's on PC. This is a choice. This is not something that I'm locked into. It's not like if you own a Xbox Series X, then you're only locked into that store or whatever. It's not like if you're on a PlayStation, you're only locked into that store. Like, no, if you're on PC, there's multiple stores fronts, there's multiple apps, there's even apps so you could combine your library, not just the Xbox app. Heck, if I wanted to use the Xbox app just to run my Steam games, I could do that too, right? But that's not what this video is about. But anyways, I bought Black Ops, right? I bought Black Ops 6, and when it was on sale, so it was probably maybe like 5 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago max, right? And then Call of Duty Black Ops 7 recently dropped, okay? Went ahead and bought that too. And that's what got me thinking about this, okay? I paid money for a game that I was only going to play for a few months because I knew that the newer game was going to come out, and I ended up buying the newer game. So the question is, yo, what's up, Mike? Yes, I do want Unity, Mike. Hold on, Mike. Hold on. Mike, don't make me switch the video. I'll tell you what, Mike. We'll talk about that here in a second. Let me finish this video, Mike. You could be part of it, and then we'll talk about the whole Unity stuff, okay? I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna try to convert these live streams into video, just kill two birds with one stone. That's funny though. But anyways, buying games versus renting games. Hear me out, Mike. Hear me out. As a matter of fact, let me know, Mike. You prefer to buy your games, right? Hey, what's up, Senchi? My bad, Senchi. I didn't see you in there, but you prefer to buy games. You too, Senchi. Let me know. You prefer to buy your games or rent your games? Let me know. Anyways, so let me know if the mic is too loud as well. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. So I bought Call of Duty Black Ops 6 for a few months. Then Call of Duty Black Ops 7 came out, and I bought Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Now, Black Ops 7, I believe I did end up paying full price. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But for whatever reason, I decided to buy it on Steam. So now I'm looking at the money that I spent on Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and it's like, was that money worth it? Or should I just spend on a subscription service? Rented the games. This is gonna be really hard for me to explain. I'll be honest with you, but I'm gonna try anyways. Okay. All right. So let me show you this. Okay. So on Game Pass, right? Aplexio Requiem. I played it, beat it, right? Another Crab's Treasure, played it, beat it. Okay. Didn't play that. Didn't play this on here either. Let me see. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, played it on here, beat it. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, played it on here, beat it. Right? Control, I beat that on Xbox 2. Dead Space, I beat that on Xbox 2. The First Dishonored, I beat that on Xbox 2. Doom Eternal, I beat that on here. Dark Ages, I beat that on here as well. Okay, so these are all games that I have beaten, just a few games that I named that I have beaten on the subscription service, okay? I do not see a future where this is just me speaking, where I would ever go back and replay Doom Eternal. Go back and replay Doom the Dark Ages. Go back and replay Dishonored. Go back and replay whatever, Halo Infinite. I also beat that on Game Pass. So there's a whole bunch of games that I have already beaten on Game Pass that I don't see myself going back to play. But I never owned them. I just played them, got the experience, and then boom, moved on. So now the question is, if I go to my collections here on my Steam, these are all games that I have bought. Hold on, let me go to completed. Okay. These are all games that I have bought and beaten myself, okay? And completed. I bought and completed, okay? Not a single one of these games that I'm looking at right now do I see myself as going back and replaying it. But I paid money to buy the game. My simple question is this. Did it make sense for me to buy the games? Or would it have made sense for me to play them on that subscription service and then move on? I don't know, man. I don't know. And that's what this video is about, because I don't know what the answer is. Because I'm looking at these games. I don't see I don't see a game that I would be like, I'm gonna run back and replay for the simple fact that I still have a whole bunch of games in my backlog that I gotta play. So that's what I'm saying. Then she said, as a kid, I mostly rented movies and VHS tapes, but my parents bought most of the games. Nowadays, I buy my games, but if I'm uncertain about a game or it's too expensive, I I pirate it. Not gonna lie, that's crazy. So what? I don't know what we think. Am I tripping? Am I am I tripping? I don't I don't know. I don't know what really makes more sense. Because again, if I'm not gonna replay the game, why would I want to spend money to buy the game? Some games like Forza Motorsport, games that have many hours in, then it makes sense. But even then, like Forza Horizon 5, if someone okay, so I played this game for a long time, and then as soon as Forza Motorsport came out, then I started playing this, and then I stopped playing that. So if I would have paid for Forza Horizon 5, I don't know, man. The gears that I beat, right? So I beat all these gears, and then I said I moved on for them, but they were on my rental service, so I'm not really tripping. Am I making sense? Am I making Game Pass got me tripping? Mike, you might be right, but I'll give you. It's like it's like Netflix, right? So like on Netflix, I watch a whole bunch of show and movies on Netflix, but there's never. Oh, that's a great example. I have movies and TV shows that I have on disc that I bought before. Okay, it's literally in my cabinet right now. Okay, that I know I'm never gonna watch again. I know I wouldn't ever pick those over whatever's on Netflix or on Hulu or on Prime. So then it's like, I don't know, man. What did you do before Game Pass service? Before Game Pass, Mike, I would go to GameStop and I would buy games real cheap. I would buy games from the bin from like two for 20, all that stuff. That's why Steam sales to me look so appeasing, right? Appealing. Because I'm like, it's the same thing, just digitally. There's a whole bunch of cheap games that I could buy, good cheap games that I could buy on sale, right? I don't think I've bought a game full price on Steam yet. Oh, I think I bought Ratchet and Clank full price on Steam. But that's it. Since you said if you're someone who doesn't care about achievements 100% or completing the game, then you're not technically wrong. Right? You see what I'm saying? It all depends on the individual. Yeah, yeah, but you're right, Mike. It did depend on the individual. But what? But am I tripping though? Because I thought it was gonna be clear cut. And again, when I look, if I'm just gonna go to my completed games, and everyone has to be honest and realistic with themselves. Okay, Atlas has fallen, rain in the sand. I bought this on Steam. I'm never gonna play this game again. I could have played it on Game Pass and beaten it on Game Pass and moved on. Bought it on Steam, never gonna play it again. Okay. Banisher Ghost of Eden, great game. Okay. This was gifted to me, so I didn't actually buy it, but someone paid money so I could play it on Steam. I'm never gonna play it again. Now it's on Game Pass. I would have been able to play it on Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? Then here comes Batman Arkham Knight. Bought the collection. Bought all three games. I bought all these three games for like $10. That was a steal, right? So it's $10, yeah, but I'm never gonna play them again, probably. Like highly likely, right? Again, because I got way too many games to keep on playing, right? Borderlands, I know I'm never gonna play it, but a Game of the Year edition, never gonna play this again, right? Now that's not a subscription service, but I'm saying like you know what I'm saying? Like I paid money. Expedition 33, phenomenal game, my game of the year for sure. Um, Still not gonna play it again. I beat it both on Xbox and I beat it both on Steam, so I beat the game twice. I'm not gonna play it again. Like that's it. So this is just gonna stay in my backlog, but I paid for it. Days Gone, phenomenal game. Not gonna play it again. Dead Space, great game. Not gonna play it again. Right? So I don't know. Maybe Game Pass does got me trapped. Did Game Pass just change my mind, Mike, as to how I'm figuring this out? What up, Chito? I'm dealing with this dilemma right now through my PC transition. I'm not sure whether to buy games on Steam or just reactivate my Game Pass subscription. Yo, I'm Chito. Thank you so much for not making me feel crazy when it comes to this. I really appreciate it, brother. I really do. Yeah, Mike. So you bought games? I did buy games before. I did, and I'm still buying games now. All these games on Steam, I bought. But look, Mafia Definitive Edition. I just beat Mafia Definitive Edition. Phenomenal game. Really enjoyed it. Probably never gonna play it again. Why? Because I got Mafia 2 and 3 that I gotta play, and if I gotta play Mafia New Country. So I'm not gonna go back to Mafia Definitive Edition. So why did I buy it? Now Mafia used to be on Game Pass. It's not on it no more, I don't believe, but it used to be on here. But I could have just played it. I could have just played it and then moved on and then like got the access to play. I don't know, man. I'm torn. I'm torn, man. What do we do? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? I still got Game Pass till October, right? Of 20 October of this year. So I still got a whole bunch of games that I could play that again I won't have to buy necessarily, but I still have a lot of games that I bought. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Like if I beat Outer Worlds here on Game Pass, so I gotta buy on Steam. I don't know. When I start a game, I love to complete it 100%. It makes me feel like I fully accomplished the game, especially when I complete most of the achievements. The reason I don't rank games is because I have FOMO. Oh, fear of missing out. Okay. Mm, mm. The thing is, if a game service wasn't a thing, you would be buying games. What would be the difference now? Well, the difference, Mike, is that the game service is a thing. That's a good point though, Mike. But the game service is a thing. The option is there. The same thing, like if Netflix and Hulu and Prime Video didn't exist, I'd probably still be buying DVDs and stuff like that. Like I remember I had the full box set of The Sopranos. I used to love that show. The full box set I had. I used to love that freaking show. But I don't even. I'm not. I don't see any scenario where I would go ahead and put a disc in to my. Actually, the only thing I have connected to the TV right now that could play movies is a PlayStation. My PC doesn't have a disc drive, and I don't miss it. My Nintendo Switch that I just connected doesn't have a disc drive, you know. So like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Both times are different now, so now you have options. Yeah, I do have options, but I'm trying to figure out what is actually better. And again, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer necessarily, because again, to me, showing you these games that I have completed on Steam and being like, I bought these games doesn't make me feel better. Like I enjoyed Dead Space on Steam, okay? The exact same way that I enjoyed Dead Space on Game Pass. Like it was just as fun. I didn't feel better because I had bought it on Steam. Does that make sense? So I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is. I want to see what the community thinks. I really do. Hopefully, we'll see. I'll put this up on YouTube and see what people think about it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes I look at all this stuff and part of me is like, it makes sense to rent. It just makes sense to rent. $30 a month, but then those $30 are for the access to a plethora of games, and you could just continue to keep moving and moving and moving and moving, and this stuff changes time and time again. And it's like this. It's like, okay, we got Madden 24 and 25, right? This is a good example. Why would someone play Madden 24 over Madden 25 if they bought Madden 24 and didn't buy Madden 25? But if you're in the subscription service, you don't have to worry about that because you could play the latest one that's in the subscription service. 26 will eventually drop on here. But again, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. Mike says nothing wrong with game services. I appreciate that, Mike. You're right. I don't know, man. What makes more sense? I think for me, honestly, it would make more sense to continue with Game Pass since I got it to October and try to to run through as many games as I can, you know? Then once that dies out, then really decide whether or not I want to keep it. But for the most part, I see the thing is I already have a backlog on Steam. I could literally stop using Game Pass right now and be perfectly fine. My backlog on Steam is crazy. And it's got the games I want to play, the Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, Mafia 3. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. Cheetah said, do you think it's more about centralizing the games into one launcher? Imagine Game Pass and PS Plus on Steam. Oh no, Cheeto. I think you're absolutely right. If I could subscribe to Game Pass and play the games on Steam, I would. Damn, I think you're absolutely right. I think that would make a huge difference. I don't know. It's just a thing you rent out games, movie, etc. You buy for the latest roster. That's true. Essentially, when I see Game Pass or subscription options, I'm overwhelmed by the number of games available. When I buy games, though, I feel forced to finish them. Oh, okay. Mike, truth moments. I got a kid coming into college, so I'm about to be testing on Game Pass. Oh, okay. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Am I tripping? I'm not tripping, right? But again, look, I got a Plex Tale Innocence here in my backlog and a Plex Tale Requiem, right? Because I beat this on Xbox. I didn't beat it on Steam. Once I beat these games, even if I even do play them on here, I'm probably never gonna play them again. Probably never gonna play them again. So would I have been better off just renting them, playing them, and moving on? Is the rental service actually the better option? Now, y'all know I gotta pick a title for the video that's gonna make people actually click on it. Is that what I should call it? Is renting games is better than buying games? Y'all know if I make that the title, people are gonna click on it. Oh my goodness, the rage is gonna be crazy. The rage is gonna be crazy. All right, so yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. I don't gotta make it too much longer than that. I think that's pretty much it. So I'll end the video here, and yeah, appreciate y'all. How many people we got in here? The 4 people that we got in here, I appreciate y'all. Not really, man, but if you essentially says not really, man, but if you talk about to someone who buys physical copies, even if they don't buy 100% of them, they would still prefer to have physical copies because of ownership. Yeah, that's a whole different topic, though. I'm not worried about the physical stuff. That ain't me. That ain't me at all. Wolverine Day 1, though, buying it. All right. All right. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go unless there's something else y'all want to talk about. Let me know. Look at all these games, man. Try them, move on. Try them, move on. Outer Worlds 2, Outer Worlds 1, try them, move on. Why would I want to own them? Try them, move on. Try them, move on. Or buy them, try them. They just stay in your backlog, sitting there. What is it? Just in case I want to go back ever? Is that why? Just in case? But think about it. Are you really going to play them all? No. But I'm not really going to play all the games I bought either. You collect statues? Who collects statues? I don't collect statues. Who collects statues? Man, I don't know. I need somebody to help me out with this. Let me know. Do you think renting games makes more sense than buying them? Black Dog 985. There's levels to this. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end it there. I don't know the answer to this one. All right, we out. Peace.